Grand Rising, VanCarthens. Hey, somebody asked me to schedule it, so I scheduled it. And here we are for VanCarthen. See if you can hear me okay. VanCarthens, unite, rise and grind, VanCarthens. It's time for manifesting. It's rise and manifest. That's what these VanCarthens are doing. Nicolandria VanCarthen is on fire in the best way. While everybody's coming in, I'm going to let this get to 2 minutes before I start my morning talk. I'll just be kind of, I was looking for my intro video. I haven't played my intro in forever, ever. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you guys come on in. We're going to be talking all things VanCarthen this morning. Hit the ground running with VanCarthens because let's see. LRGA Curves. Smash that like button, smash the subscribe button on your way in. If you haven't already, ring the bell so you can get notified when I upload videos and so you can become part of the beautiful curvy community that we're growing in the YouTube streets. And we're also been live over here on and we also been live over here on who's it's called? TikTok. We've been live on TikTok a lot, you guys. A lot. And hopefully that the translation will happen back to over here. But that was the intro. I hope you liked that. That's usually what I play for LRGA Curves. Welcome to LRGA Curves here on the YouTube. Smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get started. Now, the VanCarthens, oh my gosh. Now, the other day, we did I dropped a video on what it is to be a VanCarthen. And just like the whole vibe of VanCarthenism. Is that a word? I just made it a word. VanCarthenisms. And they were out last week. We got fed so well. We got fed swell. If you're a true VanCarthen, Nicolandrian, then you got fed very well last week. We went from having to create content, like literally I was a content creator for 2 weeks because I had to like scour for anything that was VanCarthen related. And then last week, every single day, I mean, Monday I got something, Tuesday I got something, Wednesday I got something. It was like that song, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, VanCarthen love. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, VanCarthen love. Sunday, Monday, all week. And twice on Sunday. It was amazing. Now, you also know that if you're a VanCarthen, that they are eating. They are eating, and there's enough for the people to eat, you guys. There is quite enough for people to eat. And what I mean by that is, you know, the crew can eat, they can eat, the freaking, let's make sure all these are on. The cameraman can eat. Everybody gets to eat if you're part of the VanCarthens. Okay? Part of the VanCarthens, everybody can eat. And I think that's part of why Ace apologized in private, was because him and Shelly were hungry, y'all. Him and Shelly were hungry. And that hunger got them to a place where they're like, maybe I need to apologize, right? So Monday, we started off last Monday with, maybe I can change these for you. Let me know if you can see these. So last Monday we got this. Can you see that? Okay. Sometimes it takes, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, there it goes. Daddy's Little Tomato. Now, okay, that's the other thing. All these brands that go with Nicolandria, that go with VanCarthen, they end up selling out, getting inundated with orders, crashing websites. They can't make the salads fast enough at Sweet Greens because the damn Nicolandrians saw that Nick had a salad and ran to support. And the people at the Sweet Greens restaurant, you guys, didn't even know how to make the salad yet. They hadn't even gotten the facts with the ingredients on how to make the salad before they dropped the commercial, not realizing the fan base that they were dealing with. Okay? I really don't even know what the name of damn salad is. I think it was the Autumn Harvest Bowl or something that Nick had. Whatever bowl Nick had, as soon as he posted Sweet Greens, Nicolandrian aunties and nieces around the world were lining up for his damn salad. Going to Sweet Greens at opening. You know they open at around 11 after doing their side work. And they were opening. They hadn't even finished putting the croutons out. When Nicolandrians are walking in talking about, I'm here for the Big Belgian. We just naming our own salads, y'all. That's what happened. We just naming our own salads. Because that's not what the marketing did not say nothing about Big Belgian. But we know that Nick is Big Belgian. So when the first guy went to ask for the Sweet Green, he was like, yeah, I'm here for the Love Island salad, the Big Belgian salad. And they had to call somebody and look it up. They didn't even know how to make the man's salad. Whatever they made him, though, was tasty enough for that when he reviewed it, he gave him 10s across the board, even though the salad was very expensive. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. There's a running joke in our community about how Whole Foods is whole paycheck. You know, Whole Foods grocery store. Call it whole paycheck. Oh, excuse me. I don't know why I have a little burp right here. Call it whole paycheck because you'll end up spending your whole paycheck on one bag of items in there. And, people who have discretionary income feel like spending a tad bit more on food from Whole Foods because it says whole on the outside means that it's whole on the inside. Well, the joke's on them because there was a report done that Whole Foods food is just like everybody else's food. And it's from the same people that give out Lucky's the food, Safeway the food. Everybody gets their food from the same place. But Whole Foods has marketed it in such a way that they can charge you $5 extra for that. Yeah, they can. And they will. So then that's thus the name whole paycheck. Well, as it turns out, Sweet Greens is kind of on that vibe. This goes with the VanCarthen vibe because we've established that Nicolandria is the kind of athleisure wear side of Nicolandria VanCarthen. I would say that Sweet Greens is more on the VanCarthen side with the cost of these salads, y'all. They do the salad by the pound. You end up with a $32 salad if you're not careful. From what I see the people do, the aunties are like, oh, can you put a little more? And end up having a $27 salad from the Sweet Greens. But they said it was worth every crunchy bite. Worth every crunchy bite, okay? So last week, was it Monday? I believe it was Monday. Olandria dropped a little thing with Nick. They did a little commercial standing in front of a Sweet Green. And they were like, oh, look, my sticker came off. They were like, oh, be sure to come on over and get this Batty Ranchy bowl The Ranchy Batty Bowl, that's Olandria's salad. And you guys should support, if you want your guts to feel good and your mouth to be happy, then go to Sweet Greens and ask for LRGA Curves Ranchy Batty Bowl. Okay? And that way, oh wait. And that way, did I get that picture? Darn, they're kind of far over there. I need moss. Just a second, you guys. Sorry about that. So they did that commercial. I'm showing you guys the receipts I have, okay? Because we love a good receipt. That's from my housewife era. You know, you got to have a receipt to prove it all in the housewife world. Let's you. Okay, here we are. So they did this. I don't know if you guys saw this come across your social medias. It was a little video. And they're like, hi, I'm Nick. Hi, I'm Olandria. And we're Nicolandria. And we're telling you about Sweet Greens. And starting on today, you can get this bowl, right? And mother has arrived, right? Mother has arrived. Okay. And of course, Nick is nearby. Look at Nick and her looking classic Americana. Classic Americana. Okay. So they dropped that on Monday. So pleased. So pleased. And then this is last Monday, because today is this day that you can get the salad. So last Monday, they let us know that Ola's Batty Bowl is dropping. Okay. And now you guys can go support that today. And then what else happened last week? After that, we got new pictures. I love Ola's content. Dude, look at these pictures. Okay. She did some new content. I mean, this is like pinup hot, but fully clothed. I love it. I know you love it. We love it. Olandria. Olandria. Man, it's amazing how gorgeous she is. And she's like Eve, so freaking gorgeous. And effortlessly gorgeous. Now, we didn't see where these pictures got posted. I think the photographers and makeup artists, just like playing, and stylists, pretty much just like using Olandria as their human Barbie doll right now. Like their literal Bama Barbie, okay? That's how the Rice-Mans wanted to style her. They saw her on the show. They were like, oh, we have to work with her. And they hit her in the comments while she was still on the show. And then when she got off the show, the Rice-Mans were the people who styled her in Fashion Week. And then she went to the Sergio Hudson. So that's too far back. We're last week. We're just last week. So I haven't seen where these pictures ended up. But these pictures dropped after the Sweet Green, I believe. At least according to my camera roll. So this is just some Ola appreciation. Damn, I didn't monetize those videos for like a whole week. And this one has like 5,000 views. Damn. And I just monetized it. Do you guys know how monetization works? Now that I monetized it, are all those previous 5,000 views eligible? Or is it just the future ones? I don't know. Anyway, I was multitasking, you guys. No worries, no worries. So yeah, so that's just some Ola stuff. We're keeping up with the VanCarthens. That's what I should have named this segment, Keeping Up with the VanCarthens. So Sweet Greens, new photo shoot. Then of course we had Nico! Freako Nico's in the house. And he is making his DJ debut, you guys. If you were wondering when it's going to just go from him aura farming at these Greek fests, to him actually being the music man and spinning on the wheels of steel on the ones and twos at these Greek fests. He's making his premiere Frico Nico debut because he's practicing until then. And you know he's very competitive and loves to get great at all he does. So he announced on Tuesday also that he will be doing his debut in Puerto Vallarta this spring. Can't wait to DJ. Okay. So I don't know when those tickets are going to be available for you festival heads or for you people who are going to be able to get to Puerto Vallarta this spring. Okay. We'll be able to see Frico Nico live. And then what else do we have? What was this? I hope this isn't. Oh, this is somebody wrote this. This is hilarious. Because I was like, they're doing so much advertising together. They are eating so well as the Love Island. They are the most popular Love Island couple, even bigger than like the Leah and the Cordell and the Janae of season 6. I mean, when you talk about breakout stars, Nicolandria VanCarthens are literally like no others. Okay, they just reset the bar for what it means to be the breakout stars for Love Island. Okay, somebody said, was wearing my Kalani. Then I got cold, so I left and picked up an agua de kefir before getting my ranchy batty salad at Sweet Green, where I had to reapply my Nicolandria, my Nix Olandria kit, but I dropped my phone, but it didn't crack because I had my Olandria wildflower case, which reminded me that I needed to use my Microsoft Pilot to order my Glow Keo Vaseline before going to Greek Fest. That is literally all of their promotions almost. That's not even all of them. So let you guys put your fingers up with me. Kalani Kini was when they first got off the island, they went to Greece. That's number 1. Then they did agua de kefir. Those probiotic drinks, excellent. I'm going to get some more today. Then the Ranchy Batty Bowl, Sweet Greens. The NYX Olandria kit, that's the lip liner with the lip kit from NYX Cosmetics. Phone cases, the Wildflower phone case. So that's 5 things so far. And then you know that Olandria has a Microsoft pilot collaboration that every time she left someplace from New York Fashion Week, she would drop a little like commercial about the Microsoft Pilot. So that's 7. And then her Vaseline is 8. And Greek Fest is 9. Is that too many? Wait. Greek Fest, Vaseline, Microsoft, phone, NYX, Sweet Greens, Agua de Kefir, Kalani. Oh, I added one. So that was only 7. But they forgot also on here. There's something they forgot. Darn. I be forgetting too. They're just the breakout freaking stars, you guys. I just thought Sam was so witty with this. Was wearing my Kalani Kini. Then I got cold, so I left and picked up an agua de kefir before getting my ranchy batty salad at Sweet Green, where I had to reapply my Nicolandria kit. And I dropped my phone, but it didn't crack because I had my Olandria wallflower case, which reminded me I needed to use my Microsoft Pilot to order my Glow Keo Vaseline before going to Greek Fest. You guys, who else is doing this? Who else is doing this? Nobody. I'll answer for you because I don't see anybody playing in the chat today. I don't know. Is the chat even working? Is this thing on? Let's see. I don't even know. Is this thing on? Okay, so then we got a fireside chat. That's the other thing that happened on Tuesday. Was we got a fireside chat with Nick and Olandria, and they took viewer questions who from people who had ordered that NYX Olandria cosmetic lip kit. If you made a certain order, like when they first dropped, they had like 3 or 4 drops of them and they kept selling out. I'm telling you, the Nicolandrians support, okay? And they was sold out. And so finally, NYX decided to do something nice where they were like, well, we'll do a Q&A with the next people that purchase. So if you purchased your lip kit, then you received an email. And in that email, they sent you a Zoom link along with a place for you to leave a question. And they asked your questions. And one of the questions was, what song reminds Nick of Olandria? And the song was Superstar, you guys. The song was Superstar. Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of DJs, did you guys know that Obama is a DJ? For real, this isn't AI. I verified that Obama is a vino. Exactly. I told you we forgot something. But I didn't get to my Aveeno yet because that happened on Wednesday. I'm only to Tuesday, Jacqueline. Thanks for tapping in, darling. But Obama is a DJ too. Everybody's in their creative bag, you guys. He gets the party going. I could imagine. I'm pretty sure he's doing house music. From what I saw. Honored to photograph President Obama's DJ debut in Arizona last weekend, you guys. That's what this says. Did you guys know that? Did you hear it here first? If you heard it here first, go ahead and like this video. Go ahead and smash that like button. Let me know. Or am I telling you old news? Because I like to keep it fresh and hot and young over here. You know? So that was just a little interjection of something that's not them. But I was looking for a picture from the fireside chat, but I seem to have deleted it. Yeah, it looks like, because I tried to clear my phone out, man. You guys don't understand. I'd be having like 2,000 images of VanCarthens content that I have to go through for us. And then I create those edits that you've been seeing, or I make the videos. So yeah, as it turns out, I do not have that in here. Okay, and then what also got announced on, I think it was Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. Was this. Olandria is going to be a keynote speaker, you guys. They usually save keynote speaking for like actors and the diplomats and politicians. I don't know if anybody else can name a Love Island star that gets to give a keynote speech. If you can, put it in the chat, y'all. Put it in the chat. Because no, you can't name another one, but now you can. LRGA Curves is doing the keynote speech. Okay? Okay, on the Butterfly Tour. Isn't that incredible? The Bama Barbie herself. And then, as Jacqueline mentioned, what also happened on Tuesday was... Oh, here's the fireside chat. I had to go way back. So I don't know if you saw any things that look like this on your timelines. If you did, these were images from the fireside chat. And it was only like a good 10 minutes. I don't know how they asked so many questions in 10 minutes. But they asked questions in 10 minutes. And they got through all the questions. Everybody was very pleased. And look, yeah, I don't know if you can see the lady who's on this thumbnail. That's me every time I see Nicolandria come across my thing. I'm like hands on my chin, kicking my feet, cheesing from ear to fucking ear, you guys. I'm obsessed with love. I'm obsessed with the feeling of love that I get from witnessing Nicolandria VanCarthen. I'm fucking obsessed, and I'm not even mad. I don't want rehab. I do not want a program. I want to be obsessed with love, obsessed with literally, I feel like we were talking about it yesterday on the TikTok live. That's why I decided to come give you YouTubians something too, my YouTubians, because we were having a lot of fun over there in discussions. Over here, unfortunately, I can't do multi-screen from the vertical live, but yeah. Um, but we were having great conversation over there just about the VanCarthen flair. Like, what is it about these two? And where I can put a finger on the pulse of it for me is, okay, imagine coming off of Housewives. And I was literally in the middle of Real Housewives of Miami, and we know the Karen shit that's going on in Miami right now. We know firsthand, okay, that there are some demons that need to be prayed up off that cast over there in Miami. And I would say the whole couch over there that sits Julia is the couch full of demons at this point. Because the way they try to reason away and justify the abuse of black women over there while they have zero storylines and attack Gertie, and she's the only one with the storyline. But see, look at me going back. So I was like mid-stroke on Real Housewives of Miami when one of the Curvies was like, oh, you sound so upset. Why don't you stop with that and get with Love Island? And I'm watching Love Island, and after the crash out from the Hood Rat, after that, and I was able to get back in and I let go of all of that abuse that I saw, and I finally was able to tap into the love of Love Island again, and Nicolandria emerged victorious in that. And I literally felt something. I feel something with Nicolandria. I feel giddy. I feel hopeful. I feel love. It was like watching a romantic novel. Are you going to charge or what? It was like watching a romantic novel in real life. That's what their story is to me. And so that might be what it is for you guys too. I'm not sure. But for me, that's what it was. So now we're to Tuesday. And that's when Olandria gave us this. What'd you say, Olandria? Your melanin is popping. What'd you say? Vaseline endorsements weren't enough. What'd you say? There's enough melanin on you to get moisturized by the best of them? Okay. Okay. We hear you loud and clear. And Aveeno answered. Now, I thought initially that this is a full-on commercial that we're looking at. This is a full-on commercial that you'll see. And she talks about her skin and traveling and going here, there, everywhere. And the skin is a healing ointment from Aveeno. And she's glad to show us. Now, I haven't seen anything where it's like her with Vaseline that's not her getting ready for an event. So that's why I didn't think that Vaseline like endorsed her, basically, or collaborated with her. I don't know if it's an endorsement or a collaboration. But I didn't think that they had officially collaborated with her. Now, I do know, just like always, she said she uses Vaseline shiny stuff that smells like vanilla, and that shit sold out overnight. They couldn't keep it on the shelves. They couldn't even keep it in Amazon, you guys, is how quick anything that Olandria uses sells out. But I never saw anything official like this commercial, like where it's just her and the product, and here, use this, and it's obvious that it's a collaboration. But this picture that we're looking at right now is part of a collaboration, and the collaboration shows her put the skin, shows her put this on, and then it shows us this. Aveeno healing ointment. And the I can say firsthand that like I have eczema, and I've known about Aveeno products for years and years and years and years. And they are very good healing ointments. And you don't even have to have eczema for them to benefit you. But this was a full on, just her and the product, not getting ready, and just her and the product. It was a clear commercial. Somebody saying, Taurus T says, the Vaseline ad, she said she partnered with them that week in the script. Oh, she partnered with them that week? No, see, that's what I'm saying. I haven't seen a Vaseline ad. Let me look. I'm going to look it up right now. Olandria, Vaseline. Let's see.
If you see me, you see my glow. This week, I am partnering with Vaseline for New York Fashion Week for one of my best beauty kept secrets. What's not even a secret anymore? We all know I'll be shining. You know I'm wearing my Vaseline. Get flex.
Okay, so that was New York Fashion Week. The day was Sergio Hudson and the Reismans, and she was in the white outfit that day, and she was saying that she partnered with them. So to me, okay, so Taurus T, let's talk about it in a minute, is a collaboration, a partnership, and an endorsement. Are those all the same thing, you guys? Because to me, this Aveeno feels like a commercial she's going to get royalties from, like paid from. I don't know, like because of the way that it is. This thing where she said she's partnered with, it's kind of more like in her getting ready, and you would have had to look at that specifically. Anyway, that's just another one. Our girl is shining. And oh my God, did you guys see the video I posted where the white girls at the Greek Fest go up to Nick and tell him that they have Olandria's Vaseline on? She has white girls across America getting shiny, okay? Dealing with their skin. It's so funny. So funny. So then we have, oh, Nick. He did this. He's in on all of it too. You know, he doesn't do any free advertising. So if Nick put this name on his timeline, like he did for here, right here, these Strava shoes, then to me, that's must be paid because he doesn't do any free advertising. So that's another partnership. Now we're only to Tuesday. We have Sweet Greens, Aveeno, the keynote speaker, and Strava. And that was only by Tuesday of last week, right? So then, Nick's keeping it tight. Ola's a fairy. Ola's a fairy. We're pretty sure. She's a fairy. Yep. She's a fairy. Yep. So then we get to Greek Fest that night. And this is them live from Greek Fest. Agree, Aveeno is a bigger deal. If you click on the ad, it takes you to Amazon, to buy it. So she must be paid per click. Ooh, you did. That's right. That's right, girl. Look how we be supporting. So this is an image from the Greek Fest. This one was Tuesday or Wednesday. So Wednesday was the first, second, third, fourth. Wait, first was, Wednesday. So Wednesday they had Greek Fest. We're only to Wednesday last week. And the place is packed. Everybody's screaming. And they told us that there was going to be a special guest. And this is Quan's face. Everybody knows Quan. Did you guys know Quan is the creator of this Greek Fest thing that he's been doing it that goes around college campuses? Quan. Look at Quan, you guys. This young man is the creator. The creator of these shindigs that have these screaming fans there. Quan is the creator. And they said they typically worked with rappers on these Greek Fest tours. But then they decided to partner with Nick, And now it's Nick Fest. But this is Quan's face on the first at the October 1st Greek Fest. This is Quan's face when Greek Fest, aka, oh, this is getting slower and slower. I don't like it. When Greek Fest, aka Nick Fest, turned into Ola Fest, y'all. Because Ola was a special guest on Wednesday. The crowd went wild. They went crazy for her. You saw Aquan's face. Look at X's face, the black guy standing in the back. Look how cheesy he is. Just smiling so big. Look at Alex, the other camera guy over there. Everybody was enamored with the Ola effect, okay? Let me see. We're going to have to do something. I don't know. Freaking thing's not charging. Don't know why. Hope my phone doesn't die. We're having a good conversation. Have to make this faster. Okay, so then we had Ola Fest, day one, and that was such a cool experience. And because now we find out that Ola's going to be at day one, of course, all of their events, their freaking fans are incredible. They come with gifts galore, and everybody eats, as Nick likes to say. Real quick, I don't know if you guys care, and I know a lot of you don't. I know if you're a real nicolandrian, we don't care, but I'm trying to deal with my heart chakra. And I know Taylor did some fucked up stuff, you guys. I know Taylor's fucked up. But when that horse trampled him, he hurt his shoulder, and not only hurt his shoulder, but on the first also, he ended up in surgery, you guys. When that horse rolled over on him, it hurt his shoulder and tore his ACL in his knee, you guys. And he ended up having to get knee surgery. So, but that's just a word of caution. God don't like ugly and very little pretty. Just do right, be right, and hopefully a horse won't fall on your ass. This was her leaving Ola Fest. Everybody was going wild. It was insane. Insane. Nick was saying, give her everything she wants. Here's another. Nick loves taking our girl by the hand. He loves taking our girl by the hand. Look at the looks on the ladies' faces. Everybody wants to be Ola. Everybody wants to be loved like this. Now, I feel like I am loved like this. And to a degree, like, I mean, my man hasn't taken me to freaking Greece for a bikini shoot. That hasn't happened. But I am loved deeply. I'm adored. I prayed for a man that would adore me. I prayed for a man that would love me the way he loved his mom, love me the way he loved God. You know what I mean? And I lucked out in that regard. I mean, and not everything's always honky-dory, as Kathy Hilton would say. But, I mean, I get my love on. You know what I'm saying? Like, my love tank is full often. And that's also why this feeling of love resonates, because it's like a real thing. It's not fake. You know, it's like we watched this romance novel. And also, we were saying yesterday on my TikTok live, you guys should pop over there sometimes because we go hard over there. But that not only does it remind me of a romantic novel, but there's elements of 50 Shades of Grey happening all in their love story, you guys. And my freaking curvy crew, my curvies, you guys know that I have grabies. Like, I totally love 50 Shades of Grey. I was on the waiting list to get it when it first came out, and then it came out, and then every time the next one would come out, I'd be on the waiting list for that one too. And I have a 12-year-old. I'm in my 50s, and I have a 12-year-old. And when I got pregnant with my 12-year-old, I go to Kaiser and I tell the doctor how how it wasn't really planned, but it wasn't not planned because I was listening to 50 Shades of Grey and trying all the stuff in the book with my husband. And the 50 Shades of Grey is a trilogy. And by the second read, second book, I was pregnant with my now 12-year-old. So I go to Kaiser OBGYN department, and they were doing our intake and stuff. And they were like, "Oh, welcome to the club." I said, "What club?" She said, "The geriatric pregnancy club." I slept because I was over 34. I was actually 40. Um, and the geriatric pregnancy club. Oh, really? Because I'm over 34 and they call it your womb geriatric. Okay, cool. So then I get upstairs and I'm telling the lady how I came to get pregnant and listening to the book and trying the stuff with husband. That's what happened. And she said, "Oh, another gravy." Did you hear me? She said, "Another gray bee," like the color gray, like Christian Grey. Because as it turned out, there's a slew of women of a certain age and younger who, during the time 50 Shades of Grey came out, the maternity ward was packed. We were making babies left and right listening to 50 Shades of Grey. And so, yeah, so my son is an official Gravy. And so watching this story of love unfold for Nick and Olandria, and she's a little older, he's younger, but he's a little naughty because he like was getting screwed on TV by Sierra and kissing and doing all the stuff guys do, and his body count is higher than Ola's and all of that stuff. So he was kind of the Christian Grey, and her character is Anastasia because she's so innocent and she's in college and thoughtful and and very demure and ladylike and quiet and reserved. And I don't know, to me, it would just had a lot of parallels to 50 Shades of Grey. And then even in 50 Shades of Grey, Anastasia gets a stalker that was equivalent to Taylor and Ace. And then Christian has to save her. And Nick saves Olandria from all this stuff that could have happened post Taylor and Ace. Yeah, right? It's very 50 Shades of Grey. Very, very 50 Shades of Grey. And I mean, it's not like, tie me up in a freaking red leather dungeon or anything, but it just has little elements of it interwoven within this love story that I personally resonate with. And so these ladies that you see in the audience, I feel like we're all kind of resonating with our inner Anastasia, with our inner Olandria, basically. I'm over being mad at Taylor, right? Like, I really don't want to hate that little boy. He did he did his journey. And everything that he did got Olandria to where she is. So I kind of am thankful now that that even happened to her, because we wouldn't have got what we got had that not happened. You see what I'm saying? And that's like life, though. You really don't know how much of a bullet you dodged until you dodged the bullet, right? And even though your window got shattered from the impact and you have a mess to clean up, once you clean up the mess and you turn around, you see that you have a beautiful mansion created off of what was supposed to be your downfall. A fabulous, beautiful VanCarthens estate was created from the rubble of her and Taylor and Ace's relationship. And I'm throwing Ace in there because he actively participated in deceiving her for those 3 weeks. Now, while I am not going to be mad at Taylor the person, I still am not relenting on his actions of participating in the deception of a black womb. You know, I mean, he literally came out of a black womb. And if he was so easy, if he all it took was for one of them to be like, "Oh, can you deceive her for us?" And he was like, "Okay, boss." Like, I'm just not. That's never going to be okay. But he doesn't deserve to be hurt. He doesn't deserve to be trampled on. He doesn't deserve to have all these things happen to him. At least I don't think so. Because she's in such a gooder position now. Yeah, I said it. She's in such a gooder position now that that is the win. That's the payback. What do they say? Revenge is the best payback is coming up, right? So, and she's way up. I mean, what if they got one Arby's commercial? Him and Clark got an Arby's commercial. Okay. But from what Jeremiah said, Clark, Iris, and Shelly, is it Clark, Iris, Shelly, are all doing a commercial for something else. We're going to see it soon. So we'll be able to see that. And that's the other thing. This whole entire cast is eating because of Nick and Olandria. I'm new to Love Island, but I know for a fact I only ever saw the top 3 couples do anything post Love Island before. And they're putting this Love Island season is so good that even the losers are getting brand deals. Agua de Kefir doesn't care. You could be a loser or a winner. They got Chris in the commercial. They got Andriana in the commercial. They got Hannah in the commercial. They got Charlie in the commercial. And it started with Nick and Olandria. They don't care. You can all eat. But I just thought that this picture from Olafest really captures just like the energy. These ladies look like they're seeing the Beatles. You guys don't even know who the damn Beatles are. But back in the day, the Beatles used to get people like this. The Jackson 5 used to get the Temptations. I mean, insert super group here. And this is usually the reaction for like a bona fide rock star. What has Ola done except for survive deception and find love? It's amazing, especially in this world of hate and pain. We need a remedy to get us through the rain. All this jealousy and all this greed, VanCarthens are what we need, right? And I feel like that's part of also why they resonate so much with the world is because it's so hopeful. I mean, we could turn on any channel anywhere and get what's really happening in the world, and it's not cute. I don't want my 3-year-old in a zip tie. I don't want it. I don't want that lady to have to get dragged across the floor by her hair and kissing flags she doesn't want to kiss. I don't want it. I don't want those little kids. I don't want that boy to have gotten set up by the fucking police and framed by the district, the motherfucking attorney, and then for him to unalive himself and then you find out he was 72 yards behind the car, but you was having people. I don't want it. I don't fucking want it. What I want is love. What I want is hope. You know, so I feel like this is such a beautiful juxtaposition and balance to the overkill of negativity in our world. I literally do. You know what I mean? Yeah, she's the people's queen. So glad Ola's thriving. Nobody's thinking about Taylor, right? Exactly. I agree. 50 Shades. You're right on Ace. And yes, I am not okay with Taylor. I do not follow or put any money in his pockets. Exactly. Nobody's eating Arby's. I don't think anybody's putting money in his pockets. I don't know. Okay. So I'm going to tell y'all something. I graduated high school in the 80s. And it was the late 80s. But they had an Arby's down the street from Samo High, where I went to high school. Samo High, Santa Monica High School in Santa Monica, California. And they had an Arby's. And one of my little friends worked at Arby's. So we would go through and get free food and stuff. And they gave me a sandwich one day. And I'd be opening stuff to inspect it. And the bun was had bloody red on it because roast beef is raw. It was just so gross. And I've never really tried Arby's again. It's not, I am literally, when I see an Arby's, I'm like, are you laundering money for the cartel? Like, why are you even still open? You never see a line in there. I'm like, I'm not even sure why they have 5 people working in there at any time because they never have 5 customers at a time. I'm like, how are you even affording money for a commercial? There's nobody ever in the drive-through for an Arby's, you guys. Nobody. Every time I pass a Arby's, it's and tumbleweed is blowing through. So I'm not even sure like how that came to be an endorsement, but at least he got one. Yeah, that's true, right? Like the only thing I'll eat from there is their curly fries and apple turnover. Oh, I see. I didn't even know they had that. I didn't even know they had that because after that bloody sandwich in the 80s, I didn't go back. I'm like, something's terribly wrong. I shouldn't see any signs of blood from a fast food restaurant, especially. You guys need to cook that stuff thoroughly. I don't care if roast beef is supposed to be served raw. I'm not eating it from your establishment if I can see blood, sir. That's nasty. I do an Arby's run maybe once a year. Love the beef and cheddar, but also do not engage on Taylor's socials. Each click, view, and follow makes him money, and you refuse. That's right, Taurus. I get it. I get it. That's funny about your once a year. Is that from childhood? Like you had it once, and so now it's just like once a year, your little guilty Arby's run kind of thing. Is it still good? Is it still good though? I mean, because you know a lot of these restaurants have changed over the years, so I don't know. Like I said, I never really was messing with it, but and part of the reason I do check though is just so I'm literally trying to not only deal with my heart chakra, but I'm dealing with my bias. I'm completely biased over here on Larger Curves. I have my faves for a reason based on my perceptions of life, my experiences in life. They've shaped who I am and how I interact with experiences. And so, yeah, because of that, I'm totally biased against Taylor. Totally. But because I do content creation, I'm Van Carthen heavy, I just try to be a little unbiased. And you guys see it all the time. I do anything that's not Van Carthen related from the season, just so I can like, give them a little. It took a lot of courage to go on an island and lie to a black woman for 3 weeks and then tell the world that you did it. It takes a lot of courage to do that. More courage than I have. So I do give them just a, you know, in a roundabout way, check in over there. Yeah, it was fancy back in the day. Still good, smaller but good. Oh, right on, Taurus. That's good to know. Okay, let's finish up last week. Let's see. Coming up on this good hour. Okie dokie, where are we? So then we had Olandria's Little Meatball. Oh my gosh. And then these girls right here are IG famous. This is Nicolandria Core. And when Nicolandria first shipped, this fan page on Instagram was very supportive and kind of like key in helping Nicolandria ship and stay positive. Very wonderful fan base over here, Nicolandria Core. So they were there and they were so excited to have met Olandria. Okay, so then we have Wednesday. Oh, see, I told you. Wait, is this? I was looking for the thing where Nick says all he wants is a house. He just wants a house. Is this one? Uh-oh. What's this one say? Oh, and then also on Wednesday, he finds out that they had 101,000 streams of Mamacita. A mommy. Mommy of what? Mamacita? Mamacita. So he has his streams went viral and 100,000 streams, is no strong feat for a Love Island DJ. Um, let's see. Oh, this was funny. He went out to eat with the family, and Nick did, and he went on his snap and he called this a shark coochie board instead of a charcuterie board, a shark coochie board. I thought that was funny. He's hilarious. He's hilarious. Shark coochie boards. Um, And then in the interview, the fireside chat interview, he mentions that he likes honey on his pepperoni pizza, and Olandria gets this look on her face like she's been his honey pot before, if you know what I mean. Okay, now I love this picture because on the second night of Olafest, are you gonna come through? Do, 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 do. Come on. There we go. So Ola went to Florida with Nick, and they arrive in Florida and they go to his house. And on the picture table, Nick's dad, Big Papa Belgian, had put this picture up from their reunion, you guys. And it's right with the family photos. The little black frame right here that you might not be able to see under the comments is his grandma, who he makes Snapchats with all the time. And then over back there is Nick's graduation photo. And then in front of him is a picture, I believe that's Ella. But then there's Nick and Olandria with the family photos in the family house. I'm getting little goosebumps right now thinking about just what a big statement that is. That is huge. Okay. If your family photo makes it to the freaking mantle of a black person's house, that you're fucking in. Okay. And I suppose the same is true in Belgium. That's a reserved space, you guys. That is good. Okay. Isn't that yeah, right, Sadie? Don't you love it? Yes, and grandma's right there. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He comes from good stock, family oriented. They grew up, they couldn't watch TV during the week. They couldn't go to their friend's house during the week. They could only do sports. Their dad would make them if they got in trouble, they had to have a competition. It was all kind of stuff. They grew up, yeah, it's just good family morals, and it means it's his center, you know? And I love that for Olandria and him. Because, Olandria is always saying things like she was a mistake. And so she wanted to be the best mistake that her parents ever made. And I feel like that's a huge burden. But hey, it's making her this. What do we want to do? It's making her this. So then we had some more. She went out, last weekend, she was with the Rice-Mans at a football game. And remember, she had on those are thigh-high boots, you guys, that are bigger than her thighs, but such a fashion statement. And I liked it. Hey, I was like, go Olandria. So she put all these pictures out, but this photo is actually from the weekend before. Now, what was this? Oh, that's the number of streams, the little meatball. Okay, so then we get to Olafest Day 2. And who was at Olafest Day 2? The entire Belgian clan. That's Nick's dad. That's the Baltimore baddie herself, Nick's mom, right there in the beige coat. Ella's with them, his childhood friends. They all came to support Nick in his hometown, in his home state. And so that's the whole family. People were getting pictures with the Baltimore baddie herself. She's so sweet. And you know, she's the reason this is even shipped. Her and Ella were making videos the entire time that Nick was in the casa. And even though he was partnered with Sierra, Nick's mother and sister were making a campaign for Olandria and Nick. And at first I was like, okay, something must be wrong with Nick if your mom wants him to be over there instead of where he at. I was just like, I don't know, it didn't feel off. I was like, what's wrong, right? But now I see that she sees in Ola what Nick needs in a woman to get to his highest self. And that's all we want for our kids, right? We want our kids to be with someone who never tries to take their butterfly dust off their wings, who supports all of their visions, who tries to make their dreams come true, who actively participates in upgrading them, who doesn't ever try to diminish them, and who wants to protect and support them. And I'm like, wow, like that's all the things that she's getting with Nick. So beautiful. And to have his entire family backing it is just, I mean, man. Here's his dad, another shot of his dad. Look, oh, that's his dad. That's Papa Belgian. Okay. So that was night 2 of Olafest. Where's another picture? See? So Olafest, see? They literally put it out as Olafest. The 2nd and the 3rd. So that was Thursday and Friday. So that's not even finished with the week yet. Okay? Amazing. And then we have, of course, the crowd went wild when she brought her tiny self up on the stage. Waist wear. Waist wear. Waist wear. What? What? I mean, they are just all vibes, okay? And then I love Ella and Olandria's relationship. Love them. Love them. Love them. I love how much Ella loves Olandria, and I love how much Olandria loves Ella when they're together. They are just, it's so sweet. And you know, getting in with the family and the friends, that's a big to do in relationships, because that's like half the battle, right? Look, everybody knows how to help Olandria. We've seen this time and time again ever since the villa, you guys. Nick took Olandria's hand. Pepe took Olandria's hand. Nick took Olandria's hand again. And now we have, is this going to do it? Where'd it go? Here we go. Look at Quan right there, helping her up. They just love treating her like the lady she is. Her soft girl era proclamation is in full effect. And I don't have a problem with the soft girl era. Soft girl era means that you're all in your femininity and you don't have to have your male cackles up, and you're just basking in your femininity. I love it. You know, this world requires that our masculine shows up a lot, and to the point where, you know, we have to like almost like, you know, take that off and put this on in certain situations, you know. I don't know. Here's another shot. This is actually at the freaking Olafest Club, you guys. Like he had just done Baddies, Baddies, Shot O'Clock. Baddies, Baddies, Shot O'Clock. And then he gets off stage because he doesn't stay on the bar the whole night. And see, it's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. I love it. I love it. A family that Greek fest together stays together, you guys. Okay. I'm here for it. Okay. And then the people were coming out with gifts. They know that he loves Shrek. And because he loves Shrek, Lord Farquaad even came out. Hilarious. I don't know why that's spinning so long before it comes on there. There we go. Lord Farquaad made an appearance. Okay, so watch, you guys. I'm telling you about the manifestation technique of the VanCarthens. Everything they speak comes to pass. They literally speak it and it comes to pass. And I want us to all remember as VanCarthens that we have the same power. That's how this world is about manifesting. Like you can literally speak it and it'll happen. Okay, speak it from a place of knowing, not fear, and it'll happen. So Nick has spoken almost everything that's happened into existence. So same as Ola. And Nick loves Shrek. Loves Shrek. He loves Harry Potter. He loves Shrek. If you were wondering which house he likes in Harry Potter, it's Slytherin house. And in the Shrek world, he wants to pay Shrek to be in Shrek. And now Shrek has entered the chat, you guys. Let me see if I can find that. So he wants to be in the next Shrek movie so bad. Let me see. Shrek has entered the chat. See if I can't find that. Because I was like, say what? Like literally within a day. So then somebody brought him this at day 3 of Olafest. They brought him Harry Potter and a Shrek cap, as well as, where is it? As well as, diddly, 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 dee. As well as this, Shrek happens. I mean, the fan base is crazy. They give they give way more than they get for Shirley. They not only spend their money to do the meet and greet, they also spend their money to make gifts, get there, give the gifts, okay? So this is all Shrek related stuff on day 3 of Olafest, which was Thursday. And where'd it go? Here we go. And by Friday, Shrek was in the chat, you guys. So Tuesday and Thursday, he talked about Shrek. Thursday, he said he would pay to be in Shrek. By Friday, Shrek was in his messages. The Shrek account was in his messages, you guys. I'm telling you, just speak your word. Speak your freaking word. Okay? Let me go back up a little. And then we had day 3 of Olafest, which is That's the Shrek picture. But I was looking for a picture from inside. So, man, the vibes were all different every night. Like, each town has their own little vibe. Now, the night number 2 is where weirdos were grabbing Olandria's titties and freaking asking for kisses. Yeah, yeah, you guys need to miss them with that shit, okay? Be normal. Try to be freaking normal when you meet them. Girls love for Nick to sign their foreheads. By the way, it's a thing. And then this girl right here had him draw this tattoo, and she's gonna have it added to her sleeve of flowers on her tattoos. So he tried to do his best. And that's at day 3 of the Ola Fest. Also, what happened at Ola Fest was, so the girl with the curly hair in this picture had met them on day 1 of Ola Fest. Yeah, that's the day 1 outfit, right? Met on day 1 of Ola Fest. And so this girl's name is Nia. And by day 3 of Ola Fest, Nick himself said that this needs to happen. They're getting shipped. So Quan, the creator of Greek Fest, met Nia from Nicolandria Core, and Nick has officially shipped them, and he made an announcement at day 3 of Ola Fest that if anybody knows who Nia is, that we need to let her know that Quan and her are officially shipped. And so their couple name is Niquan. But I don't know, I don't think that sounds right because her name is Nia. So I think it should be Nia Quan. Nia Quan, like all her name's only 3 freaking letters. Or Quania. I like that one too because then it ends with his letter and starts with her letter. Quania. Quania, like a veritable cornucopia. Quania. Quania. I don't know. I like that better than Niquan. Niquan reminds me of Dylon. I don't know why. But yeah, you guys put it in the chat. Quania or Niquan? I like Quania. Let's see. In the fireside chat interview on Tuesday, somebody asked them what they thought their spirit animals would be. And so, of course, their loving, adoring, supportive fans brought them their spirit animals by Thursday. Okay? Because that's how the universe works. You ask for something on Tuesday, and you should have that shit by Thursday because the universe says yes. And you don't necessarily know where it's going to come from. He didn't know a fan was going to rush out and get his spirit animals just because he happened to speak his word. He didn't know that. And you don't have to know that. But what you get to know is if you speak your word, you can expect stuff to happen. Now, this is just some of the energy. It was packed, you guys. Packed in there. Crazy packed in there. Crazy packed. At Ola Fest all 3 nights. Crazy, screaming for her. Okay? And for Nick. Yeah, we prefer Quania. Thanks. I'm going to let him know. I'm going to go right back over there. I'm going to make a video today about how it's not Niquan, it's Quania. This was one of my favorite gifts that she got that Ola received on Friday. No, on Thursday. Well, technically Friday morning. Was somebody brought her a huge frame with her picture on the cover of every magazine they could think of. Okay, because she wants to be a model. And so they basically made her a vision board. Here it is again. Here it is. See how big that frame is? This is the bar. They filled the bar with gifts. It was crazy, you guys. Oh, that's not that day. Let me get back. DoorDash did. So, but no, DoorDash happened this weekend. I was showing you guys gifts. Just showing you guys. So this is a bar, and the bar, from one end of the bar to the other end of the bar, was full of gift bags, flowers, cards, stuffed animals, handmade calendars. They had t-shirts made for them and the entire crew. Everybody, the boys were so happy to get stuff. Alex, Max, Ethan, they were so excited to be included in getting stuff. Huge. This gift basket on the end is from one person. I mean, it's just so beautiful how giving these fans are, because you feel something. They just are like tokens of appreciation. Okay, so that was that night. I like this picture. It's very clear. And Ola had actually, I've never seen DJ energy like this. Fisher is up there, but damn, y'all some crazy motherfuckers. So that's just the energy of the night. I like this nice clear picture. Olandria is standing right there. You can't really see her. She's standing right there though. So then that was Ola Fest, right? So then after Ola Fest, they go back to the hotel. And the next day, we see this. The whole team eats. And that's what Nick had said the night before when his whole crew, when all the the Greek Fest guys were getting their t-shirts and stuff. Anybody Nicolandrian see with Nick and Olandria are going to eat. Anybody. And I keep saying that's why Ace was getting back in the good graces of people. So then Olandria posted this on Saturday. Saturdays are for college football. Okay? Yeah, they're for college football. You know what else they're for? DoorDash. Another collaboration. Okay? Another collaboration. Okay? And Olandria is included yet again in the collaboration, which started here on the freaking island. So when they were still on the island, DoorDash said, let's talk. We really want to explore this connection. We know you'd look good in red. Look at that. You see that? So it's another manifestation that they did. And of course, he included Ola. And then somebody was like, oh, why'd you make Ola wear the shirt? And DoorDash was like, Ola wanted to wear the shirt. Like, she's not going to do anything. We're not making her do anything. I thought that was awesome. Let's see what else is in here. And just enjoying their game together. What's this say? That's from his Snapchat. Ola had good stuff on her Snapchat this weekend too. They were having so much fun. Okay. Yeah, so they're working and eating. Oh, O would never wear anything she didn't want to. And Nick is her biggest fan. So yeah, because people were like asking stupid questions about why was she in a DoorDash shirt too. Because, fool. And let's see what else. Thanks for coming in. Smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, ring the bell if you haven't already. And then today is SG Baddie Day. Salad, sweet greens baddie. Don't forget to get your Ranchy Baddie bowls. Those come out today. And anything else? We did the keynote. Oh, this is happening today. And now I went and tried to register. I don't really know what it's going to be talking about. Hey, but I couldn't register for it. I clicked the thing and it didn't look like it was taking me to a registration thing. And I tried it a couple times. So, but hopefully we'll hear about it later. But this is a special event today. And Jeremiah and Nick are going to be together. And the other day, Jeremiah was on Ace Ventura's, on Alan Green's, was on Alan Green's Instagram because Alan went live. Now that Nick announced, Alan apologized. Alan has come out of hiding, okay? And him and Shelly announced that they're boyfriend and girlfriend and this, that, and the other. And then he decided to go live and talk about how he proposed to be the girlfriend, and but he didn't explain why he brought a camera crew, who needs a camera crew to ask for a girlfriend, or yeah. Anyway, he didn't answer those questions, but he was saying some other stuff. Love how DoorDash defends, right? And a lot of these, that's one thing about Nicolandria sponsorships, endorsements, collabs. They ride for Nicolandria. Sweet Greens can be in on the shits. Freaking DoorDash, Agua de Kefir, insert brand here, and they are with the shits when it comes to Nicolandria. They will, I don't know who's in charge of their social media, but somebody who's with the shits because they go in for them, okay? It's hilarious. Because usually you feel like a brand doesn't try to pick sides. No, they picked a side, and the side is VanCarthens, bitch. Okay? So he was on, yes, the people ride for them, Sade. So Jeremiah was on with Ace on his little Instagram thing the other day. And he was like, oh, well, I got to go, Jeremiah. Why don't you tell people what you have coming up? And he's like, oh, yeah, me and Nick are going to do something really, really big next week. We're doing something really, really big. And I didn't catch it, but other people said they caught Alan's face deflate a little bit, like have a slight reaction to them getting to do something awesome together. But he knows he shot himself in the foot when he bit off his nose to spite his face because he was butthurt over them getting more attention than him and Shelly. So anyway, so this is the big event today. And you know, Jeremiah is such a freaking nerd, and he loves God and he loves books. And I don't know who this Marianne Bellevue is, and I'm not real sure what this whole thing is. It's already started in New York. Rescinded. Agua de Cafor. Oh, oh, is that why she not in the thing? Melody, is that why Hood Rat doesn't? Because I was wondering, I was like, if Chris is in Agua de Kefir, then I was wondering why the Hood Rat wasn't in there. But they rescinded the invitation after all that stuff. See, no, and no, anybody who's actively participating in negativity against the VanCarthens brand, if brands are rescinding your card, then look, you need to get right. You need to get right. Nothing good will happen to you till you do right by the VanCarthens, specifically Nicolandria, specifically Olandria, right? She doesn't need to be in it. Who wants her in it? I don't know that having her ass in that NFL commercial helped anything. It doesn't make me want to go to the NFL. But having, so far, everything Nicolandria has done, I want. I ran out, got the Agua de Kefir, the Vaseline, the freaking sweet greens. They don't have a sweet green around here, but I will definitely go to Panera Salad, Panera Bread, and order me a salad as close to the Batty Rancher bowl that I can get because there is no sweet greens near me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, where can I get some of what they have? How can I support? Yeah, it doesn't need to be in there. But this is another thing. So now they're already starting off this week, today. This is today, you guys, if you didn't know. Today is October 6th, 2025. Today, this is happening. And I'm going to go try again to get in the room because it's only like a 20-minute talk. And I will make 20 minutes in the middle of my afternoon later. And well, in the middle of my morning, because 2:50 there is what, 11:50 here? 11, 12, 1, 2. Yeah. So at 11:50 my time, this is going to be happening. But like I said, I didn't really see how to register, guys. So what else is happening with our beloved Nicolandrians? Are you guys enjoying this so far? Catching up with everything VanCarthens? I sure hope you are. And if you are, you can go ahead and smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, share the video. Helps me stay in the good graces of the algorithm. If you want to send a little gift, you can. I accept gifts. You know, I be accepting the stuff. Okay, so that was almost all of them. And then I'm like, is it me? Or is Nick getting swaggier? Is it me? Or is Nick getting swaggier, you guys? How can Nick be getting more swagger? You guys, have you ever seen that meme or the trend about what the white guy looked like before he got his black girlfriend and what the white guy looked like after he got his black girlfriend or black wife? And the difference is vast. Well, I feel like Nick was fine already. We already know Nick was fine. He came into the villa and he was fine. But I feel like he has added I don't know, this picture just he's not even showing his face in this picture and he's oozing swag, you guys. He's oozing something. Do you feel it? Do you feel it though? He's like oozing swag. And he don't even have to show us his face anymore, you guys. It's so weird. I think that Khalees guy might have to go back black because damn Taylor Swift got him looking like he's doing ad campaigns for Eddie. What's the name of those khaki jeans they used to have back in the day? Yeah, but Khalees, he might have to go back because even the way... Look, so this is him carrying the pictures, and you can't even see his face. But this is from the back, and it's still just as much fucking swag. You guys, am I tripping? I don't even think I'm tripping. From the front, swag, no face. From the back, swag, no face. You guys, that's the Ola effect. That is the Ola effect, for sure, for sure. There's another picture. Let me see if I can find this other picture that really, because that was the first time I said it this weekend, was I was going back over some of these pictures, and there's this one from Ola Fest Day 2 where I was like, oh my God, he got swaggier. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So here are the little girls that were asking for kisses while I look for the other picture. Olandria, do you mind if we give Nick a kiss? And I could have swore what I heard was, you kiss your boyfriend or something. But what I saw was Nick be like, no, 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 no. There'll be none of that. No, 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 no. And then they were like, oh, well, can we give you a kiss, Olandria? And she was like, oh, I didn't sign up for meet and greets. And they were like, well, since we can't, and this is her explaining, well, since we can't have a kiss, can you just put your hands up like this then? Really, bitch? Look, you don't pay enough. You didn't pay enough for all these directives, okay? But let me get to the swag picture. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Almost there. I could feel it coming. I can feel it. I can see clearly now. Oh, here it is. Swag! Swag! How do you get swaggier, Nick? Talk about a digital marketing campaign. If Nick can put in an ebook how to get swaggier in it's only been what? He went in the Love Island in June, July, August, September, October. How to get swaggier in 5 months. Nick could do a direct ebook, digital marketing course on how to get swaggier. Now they're going to have to try to go find an O first. First, you're going to have to try to qualify for an OLA. And if you can qualify for an OLA, then you can start your mission to get swaggier. Because all it takes is her standing next to him, being in his life to become swaggier. Yeah, even Nick elevated. There's a master fucking class. Exactly, Melody. Everybody knows for digital marketing, you do one thing for free. You do one thing for 99 cents. You do something for around $9.99. You do something for $99.99. And then you do a master class kind of something where you spill all the tea in an intensive for like $10,000. He could do the total marketing blitz where he does it one time, records it, and people could order. He could have white boys across America increasing their swag, if that's a thing. Be yourself. I love it. I just love Ola. Her Love It Island experience was so shitty for about 3/4 of that show, but I'm so happy she's winning now. Yep. As long as Nick is treating our girl, I'm a Nick fan. Exactly. The Risemans make him elevate as well. Yeah. I mean, and that's, as I heard somebody else talking about how when Olandria got out of the island, they did a couple things, and then she went radio silent. And hi, husband.
Hey, morning.
Good morning. How's your headache?
Oh, it's gone.
Good. Husband, I woke up with a headache. We don't like waking up with freaking headaches at 3 o'clock in the morning. Only thing you're supposed to be waking up for is to go pee. You're not supposed to be having no damn headache. But I did make lots of sugar yesterday. I made these Biscoff butter cookies and then sent him to the store for some ice cream. And so maybe it was a little too much sugar in his system or something that had to get put out. But yeah. So yeah. So anyway, what was I damn talking about? Darn it, that train left. I said hi to, I saw my fine ass husband, and I was like, I can't even think, husband. Do you remember what I was talking about? Oh, he said you still talking about Nick. How could Nick get swaggier? I don't even freaking know. I don't know, but I'm with it. I'm with it. Let's see. Anything else before we skedaddle this here day? Because you guys have been great this morning. Been in here for almost an hour and a half, it looks like. Oh, this is the photo shoot. We'll do some stuff that's not VanCarthens right now. And this is the photo shoot that that Jeremiah mentioned that he did with Hannah and Shelly and Clark. And so he had posted that he was doing this photo shoot right here. Did it come up yet? There we go. So this is from his page. You know, everybody's trying to hit all the platforms and go live. So far, the people who are doing it best are Nick and Jeremiah. They have Twitch, they have their Snapchat, they have their Instagram, and they do their TikTok. Oh, and they both do Twitch. Did I already say Twitch? Yeah. So, because Twitch is actually where a lot of money can be made. Well, not even just about the money, but if people are gonna clip you and make a meme about you, you may as well get some money too. Let's see. Go here. And then yesterday on my live on TikTok, I Olandria's mom came to my live on TikTok, you guys. And I didn't even know I was doing my Olandria praising. And yeah, praising, because I was just praising her because she's a beautiful person and Black women deserve to be praised. So I was just doing like some Nicolandria, VanCarthens praise, and just how everything's working out for them because the good people they are. And I was singing songs about it. And, everything for me is pretty much off top. And they were like, read your comments, read your comments. And I finally read the comments. And they were like, Olandria's mom is in here. I was like, no way. It was so cool. So, okay, remember I told you that Jeremiah mentioned that he was in a photo shoot with, that's Iris on top, that's Shelly with the big rollers in her hair, and that is Clark with him in the other picture. So they're doing some kind of ad campaign where those four rather, from Love Island are in this experience. Now, Jeremiah said that was his first time really talking to Clark because he was already off the island by the time Clark got there, and they didn't really interact at like the funeral. I mean the reunion or anything. So his first interaction with Clark was actually on this photo shoot, and he said she was actually a really cool, funny girl, and he already knew Shelly right here, and of course Iris is his platonic soulmate. So I love when people are able to show us little behind the scenes stuff. So that also happened on the 1st. Yeah, that all happened on the 1st. And I really wish Nick would stop doing these. He's hilarious. I love his filters, but I cannot stand this filter. And I need him to stop now. But I kind of feel like a part of Nick wishes he looked like this just so he could go be a DJ in peace and people would stop asking him to still be a model. I kind of feel like that's why he keeps using this filter, is so we can get the fine Nick out of our heads and get this Nick into our heads, because he uses this filter all the time, you guys. It's hilarious. It's kind of like funny. Like, have you seen the ugly filter that Jeremiah uses? It's hilarious how these two fine guys, I feel like they feel better like this. So let me show you Jeremiah's. It's hilarious. Hilarious. Where is it? I made a short video about it before, but where are you? Did I delete you? Because you were too many pictures. In the meantime, let's look at Jeremiah the way we know him and love him. Where's his other alter ego? Because he'd be doing this picture too much for me, you guys. It might be gone, though. Darn. I think it's gone. Yeah, I think it's gone. Darn it. Because I don't know if you guys have seen it before or not, but he calls it Jerome. He calls his other face Jerome. But he likes playing with filters also. They are so funny for them to be so cute and playing with these ugly ass filters. Oh my gosh. But this one right here, I really can't stand this one a lot. I really can't. I really can't. I really can't. Speaking of Nick swag, somebody did this and I don't know how they were able to do this or where they got the, I don't know if they asked AI to do this, but you guys, this is the new Nick. Ever since he got with just the swag is on 10. Huh. Let's see. Um, put that up here for a minute. Just the way, and that's part of the lure of this love story also, is that we were watching a show where we saw Nick looking at Olandria like this the whole time. She didn't see it. We saw it. And it's apparent now that Ace probably saw it. And that yearning that was revealed to Ola in the edits is apparent if you're watching the show. Like, he never looked at Sierra like this. And it's not a comparison, it's a fact. He never looked at Sierra like this. And it's just some things people bring out of you, man. Some things they bring out of you. And us witnessing it go from this yearning to a connection to reciprocation of the yearning to now they're in a beautiful relationship, where she told us that's her boyfriend. They asked him on Wednesday, did he have a girlfriend from the stage? And he's like, yeah. And then he called out Olandria. You know what I'm saying? It's just, Olandria has a speaking engagement. Yes, exactly. Are you going to go, Linda? Because she has, we were just talking about it. Where'd it go? 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 How you going to rock it like this, son? You're the best one. Here it is. So she's going to be here at the keynote speaker, right? Is that what you're talking about, Linda? And while she's doing that, he's in New York with Jeremiah at the Snapchat expo. Is that where, are you going to go to this? Let's see. Yes, right on. Is that your alma mater? Or were you just going because she's there? Yeah, and on his CAA bio, you're right, his California actor bio, it has Olandria listed as his girlfriend. It does. And who puts that on their freaking bio? And I mean, unless it's true, right? Yes. Now, they were up to 7 kids. They had Fifi, Giuseppe, Marcel, Hilton, Bubbles, and two Labubus we didn't know the name of. Oh, you're in Florida. Right on. Did you go to either of the events this weekend, the last week, in Orlando or in Tallahassee? Because the people were meeting them. Let's see, one more thing. I am really enjoying this time with you guys. Now, okay, so things that are not VanCarthen, is it me, or did anybody else feel like the timing of Nick announcing that Ace apologized and then Ace announcing that he made Shelly his girlfriend was kind of like that might have been why he announced that he apologized, or that might have been why Ace apologized, was because he needed to announce that that was his girlfriend and wanted somebody to care? I mean, not saying that the Shalace fans aren't strong and heavy. I'm just saying that a lot of people weren't caring anything about Shalace because that's husband, you guys. Anybody was caring about Shalace because of the hate that Ace was giving towards them. And in the meantime, though, they have announced that they're boyfriend and girlfriend, and now they're in Paris And I'm kind of like, I still don't care. I still don't care. I want to care. I want Shelly to do good. I want Ace to do good. But I mean, until I get a public apology, until I and my parasocial ass get a public apology, shalaces the PR relationship. Very performative. The only reason that Nicolandria had cameras with them on their vacation was because they were getting paid. Therefore, it's not, the performance was literally a paid performance. For Alan and Michelle to have paid for that camera crew by theirself to do a whole production for a girlfriend video when you just came off a dating show, it's so performative to me. Yes, exactly. I'm not invested. I want Shelly to win, but I'm not invested. I'm totally invested in Ola. I'm totally invested in Nick. I want them to win and eat, and I want Marcel and Hilton to eat, and I want Marcel's Hilton and Hilton to eat. Okay? Like, that's how I want it. Because I'm interested in the love that they have for each other. I'm interested in the kindness they show each other. I'm interested in the compassion that's evident in their relationship. I'm interested in the tenderness. I'm interested in the creation for a space for a woman to share her dreams and her man to be like, yeah, you could do that. I'm interested in that because that's what we need in this life. We don't need people taking our butterfly dust off our wings. We don't need people talking about, oh, no, 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 you can't do that. We need yes. We need yes. We need yes. Okay? And I'm interested in that. And unfortunately, I don't care that you took her to the place on a vacation finally that you had to pay for out of your pocket because you couldn't finesse a commercial or brand deal out of it because you put your foot in your big ass mouth and haven't said sorry yet because your ego won't let you. All it would take is a I'm sorry and everything, a public I'm sorry, and everything would change for those two. Every freaking thing would change for them. Everything. But because he didn't announce it and had the gracious King Nick announce to the kingdom that Lord Allen has apologized to the royals, it doesn't sit well in the court. The court wants a public apology because his disrespect being the court jester over on Speedy's show was public. Therefore, we need it public, sure. I rewatched the season, and honestly, I don't think they were feeling Nick and Ola getting together. Huda seemed more excited for them. Right? Okay. Thank you, Asa, for saying that, because I've rewatched many episodes also, just like to see, like, did I miss something or the whole context of the edit? And when we go back to when Nick and Ola first got together and she goes over and talks to Shelly about it, you're right. Shelly didn't look interested. Shelly was like, oh, do you really like him? But she didn't look like happy for her. She didn't feel happy for her. She didn't. There's feelings. There's energy. We know vibes. And when Huda was asking her about it, I feel like Huda was interested, but I also feel like Huda likes anything the black girls like. So I was a little leery of Huda's interest in that relationship as something she could possibly need to take from this black girl or try to take from this black girl, you know, because those two black girls were a hood rat's main competition, right? So her main competition as a viewer perspective was Shelley, and by proxy, Olandria. Because Olandria's, we already know, just when you're black by yourself, you have stock. But if you're black with a white man, your stock goes up. So Olandria's interest in Nick piqued Huda's interest in Nick, because just like when you have a girlfriend, the next girl wants you. So Huda might not have necessarily been interested in Nick, so to speak, but because now Olandria finds interest in Nick, now your natural survival of the fittest competition thing is going to be like, oh, well, is there something to be interested in over there? That was the kind of feeling I was getting from Hood Rat when that happened. Ola and Nick were supposed to be the sidekicks. Yep. America had other plans. Yep. Very true about Huda. Yep. She was a little too curious. Exactly. Shelly was always shocked or confused. Oh my God. I'm so done with. I mean, Shelly's hair should be blonde all the time because she's just so confused. She's like all the classic blonde commercials that ever were rolled up into one. Oh my God. Like, she acts so ditzy that if she worked in an M&M factory, she would throw out the W's and then be like, I was so confused. I was genuinely confused. I kept looking for the M's and these are the only ones I found. And I threw out all the W's because you said I work in an M factory. And oh, what do you mean if I turn the W upside down, it's an M? Oh, I was so confused. Like, that's how Shelly comes off. And it's high key annoying. But then it also relates back to how a 28-year-old woman could be with this child. Because he's literally a man child. He's on his way to being a man, but acts like a child all the way. So immature. He should have gone back on Speedy and corrected it. Exactly. Shelly was trying to help on Olandria's embarrassment. Exactly. I agree. I rewatched Jessica. I'm not sure why you retracted your message. Elandria's sisterhood is so cute. It is. I love Elandria. Yep, Elandria. That's Ella, is Nick's sister. And the umbrella tattoo that he has on his arm is because of his sister Ella. And then when they sing the umbrella song, he always makes his umbrella go up because Ella, Ella, Ella. Yeah, so that's so cute. Ella is a total vibe. I love her. I love her too. Nick and Olandria are more gracious in the fact that they moved on. Oh, that's husband. Yes, I need Ella Vance to eat too. I need her to finish all her classes and graduate, with a good 3 point something at least. And eat in the meantime. Definitely. Ella is hilarious. She's a whole vibe. Nick, Zola, and Jeremiah. Nick, Ola, and Jeremiah. Exactly. Linda, I follow them too. I still follow Shelly because I was like, maybe she'll apologize or say something one day that I need to hear. And I was all for Shelly and Ola. I was an original Shalandria. I was a Shalandria before I was a Nicolandria. And it took me a long time to get off the Shalandria train. And other Nicolandrians had to help me get off the Shalandria train by pointing out that on our Nicolandria train, there's your drink, Daddy. On our Nicolandria, here's your coffee. The top, I spin it and it comes off. You need to do it. You gotta have this. Yeah, that's why I don't even use those cups. I will end up with hot coffee all on me. So, but the Nicolandrians, they one Nicolandrians noticed it right off. I didn't notice it. But they were like, Olandria calls Shelly soul sister, and Shelly just kind of stands there. She doesn't really say, oh yeah, that's my soul sister too. And she doesn't start off soul sisters with Olandria. So it was kind of a one-sided relationship, unfortunately. And but I wasn't seeing it. I didn't see it. I was so all in Love Island when those two black girls walked in the villa. I was like, I called the person that was suggesting that I watch the show. And I was like, you didn't tell me that there was ultra melanated ladies on here. They were like, oh yeah, that's, I was like, wow. They were like, yeah, and last season they won. I was like, no way. So yeah, so I was totally all in on everything that is Shelly and Olandria at first. But the way Shelly has moved post Villa, post reunion Villa specifically, even post Villa, how we never saw her and Olandria together. They didn't make any cute videos together. It felt like Shelly was distant from Olandria coming off of a win, because coming in second is winning. When there was four semifinalists, that's winning. Being together, being the only finalist couple still together for real, that's a win. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't really feel like Shelly was celebratory of Olandria's wins, and I still don't. I just am not. I feel like they're not tethered anymore. Does anybody else feel like that? Because like before, I felt like, oh, they could have been homegirls. But now I feel like there's a void in their relationship. And I could be crazy. I could be wrong. But I mean, I'm definitely crazy. And I'm usually wrong. So, except for when I'm right. Okay, you guys. So that's pretty much everything that was VanCarthen last week. And we're already starting off this week. I showed you guys that she's doing the keynote speaker today. He's doing the what's this one say? Oh, the merch. I had mentioned the merch. So after they make something sell out, the brand comes back with merch because the Nicolandrians are still wanting more stuff. So Agua de Kafir kept getting asked by Nicolandrians, when can they buy the shirt that Olandria has on? When can they buy the shirt that Nick had on? And they were like, oh, you want shirts? Great. We can make that happen. And now they have the merch exclusive on their TikTok shop. I'm telling you. Another collaboration that the Nicolandrians are trying to have happen is that during the Sweet Green run with Olandria, where is it? During the Sweet Green run, why not have Agua de Kefir in Sweet Greens during this 2 weeks? Bam. Then you get to sell both things in one place. Okay? So you guys, that was pretty much it. I appreciate you coming in. Thanks for all these likes. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And make sure you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button on your way out, you guys. If this is the replay crew, be sure you leave a comment. Are you feeling anything that I'm saying? Am I talking out the side of my neck like Alan on a Speedy interview, or am I making sense? I think I'm making sense, you guys, because the VanCarthens are winning and so are we. And it's Monday. There's enough to go around. So I need you VanCarthens to go get some. Okay? And be sure you have your bell rung. I don't know if the person who suggested that I do a little like post, like let you know before, schedule a live. That's what it's called. If I schedule a live, then it would help them. So I hope this was helpful because I did give you guys a good half-hour heads up. Maybe I'll be doing these every Monday for Nicolandria specific, and we can just go over the week on Monday mornings like this. I think I might be doing that around the same time. And Asa, yes, please schedule your live. So I'll schedule one now for next week, and then I'll just get all the information for Nicolandria during the week, and then we'll come back. And next Monday, I'll pop on around 6, and we'll do it again because, hey, I like starting my week with love and manifestation because this world, I'm telling you, this world needs some changing, and for the better. I ain't getting off this ship either, y'all. Yeah, no, we are stuck on, we're castaways on the ship of VanCarthens at this point, and we are not getting off. We won't be leaving. I don't care if you do call security, sir. We're not leaving. Okay? I'm so glad you guys had fun. Thanks again for hanging out, and be good to each other. Be kind to each other. Love yourself the way Nick loves O. Okay? Okay. We'll see you in the next video. Peace, you guys.